Welcome to the Boys to Men channel. My name is Randall Burton, and my intent with this channel is to help men become the best version of themselves by teaching them how to become the man that attracts what they seek. Today, I want to talk about how to be overcome being shy. I've been getting asked, to start diving into like more women subjects. But to be honest with you, before we even dive into that, we got to take a look at ourselves. And 90% of dudes tell me they're shy. I used to be one of them. Oh, I'm an introvert. Oh, it's hard to do this. It's hard to do. Okay, well, look, you're not going to get nowhere in life until you can talk to people. So let's talk about how to overcome fear of talking and being shy. So the most important thing that you need to do is you need to find out the root cause. Why are you shy? Did you attempt to do something and you got embarrassed and you're like, I'm never doing that again? Do you have a stuttering problem? Are you just lacking confidence? Like, why do you find it hard to go approach women? Why do you find it hard to go have a conversation with fellas? Like, just why? For me, I consider myself an introvert because I used to stutter. Once I worked on my speaking, that shit went out the window. Oops, sorry for cussing. That went out the window, and I was able to approach people. And how I did that was, first I accepted I had an issue, and then I used to do experiments by every day I would compliment someone. And so backstory. I used to drink to be social. So I drink every day so I can speak to people. Once I got sober, I stopped talking. So I had to fix that. So what I did is I would compliment someone every day. I'd be at a gas station, I'd give someone a compliment. I started with dudes and I started with older women. Like before I went to cute chicks, I started with older, like women in their 40s, 50s, just giving them a nice compliment of the shoes, like this color matches them, blah, this, blah, that. And eventually 21 days creates a habit and it just became natural for me to just smile and talk to women, and that turned into flirting. So you gotta practice. Like, so many guys are afraid to practice. So many guys are afraid to fail. Like, you have to realize that being rejected is a part of it, and working just like anything else. So if you want to be a carpenter, you got to work on it. You're not going to just be the best carpenter, but day by day, night by night, you become great. And that's the exact same thing with speaking. Like, if you watch these videos and you would have seen me 10 years ago, you would not think that I was the same person because I couldn't talk for nothing. So you got to work on these things. Like, it's not going to just be easy for some of us. Some of us, it's easy. Like, I know dudes that have been talking their whole lives. Like, and there's no problem. We can approach women. It's not an issue. They're more extrovert. But to be honest with you, introvert and shy is just an excuse and a cop out to quit. So I want you guys to just, write it down. Like, I have an issue. I'm afraid to speak because of blank. This is what I'm going to do to conquer it. When you go to the gas station, you see an old Indian dude, just tell him like, hey, like, I like your shoes. It doesn't matter if you like them or not. Just say that. See the response that you get. It's going to make you feel good because they're going to be like, thank you. And literally complimenting people can save lives. Like, there's people out there who are so miserable and they're going through this life and probably considering doing things that they shouldn't do. And one compliment can change that person's life. So do it for that person too. Like, life is about giving, taking, all that. And sometimes it feels good to make someone else feel good. So if you can't do it for yourself, do it for that person. So another thing that you got to do to not be shy and to overcome your fears, anxiety, and all the other stuff is to accept your insecurities. You have to accept your insecurities. There's some things you can change and there's some things that you can't change. God made you special on purpose. So, if you don't want to talk to people because you have a gap in your tooth, well, you can fix that or you can accept it. If you don't want to talk to people because you don't like your haircut, well, you can fix that or you can accept it. But you can't change your height. You can't change, your body build. Like, you can't change those things. Like, you can build. There's people who work out every day, eat all the food, and they can't gain a pound. You can't change that. You have to become Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee shredded. Like, just be the best version of yourself. Reach your genetic potential. Stop trying to be something that you can't be. So you have to accept those insecurities, because once you accept those, you're going to be untouchable. Like, once you know, like, dang, you know what? I got a patchy beard, but who cares? Someone's going to like it. You're just going to go through life feeling so much better, knowing that you accept your insecurities. God made it that way for a reason. It is what it is. And the things that you can change them. You can change the gut hanging out of your belt. Like, you can change that. Go on a diet. You can change your messed up beard and your hair. Get a haircut, get grooming, find a style. Which goes into the next step. You got to find a style for yourself and own that. Own that. So like, stop trying to be what other people are. Like, don't wear styles that you don't feel confident in. Like, you got to find what you like and grow into that. And by doing that, eventually the right people are going to come who accept you as you. So many people go through this world pretending to be people they're not, attracting people that they don't need to attract. You got to realize that your style is going to attract specific type of people. For instance, if you go out and you get a face tattoo on your face, you're not going to attract business type of women. Like, maybe you will, maybe you're not. But overall, you're going to attract some women that like tattoos on their face. Like, oh yeah, that's tight. And then some women are going to be like, that's unattractive to me. I can't bring you home to my dad. Like, I can't deal with that. So you have to understand that your style is not for everyone, which is totally fine. That's why you should do what you want to do. So find a style and own it, grow into it. Like, stop changing for people, stop doing, the trends and the goofy things. Like, you don't have to do all that. Just be you. So by this time, you should be feeling good, and you should walk in the mirror and you should like what you see. So this is the next tip. Like, you got to like who you are as a person and what you look like. Remember, if you accepted your insecurities, by the time you got to this step, you're going to like it. Like, even if you have, a messed up nose or a chipped tooth, like, if you accept them right now in this step, you're going to like what you see, because you can't change those things. And if you did what I said, you already started to change the things you could change, like, your style, your haircut, your weight. If you have stinky breath, you started brushing your teeth. Like, hygiene's important. So you're going to start to like what you see in the mirror. So if you made it this far, please subscribe. And if you do like what you look in the mirror, give me a thumbs up. Like, let's get it. I love what I see every day because I work so hard to become this person. And like, it took years. Like, if my wife's sitting right here doing nails right now. If you were to ask her how she met me, it's a totally different person. Huh, babe? See, she like, for real. So you got to continue to work on yourself and become something that not for someone else, become someone that you can be proud of. Look at yourself and accept your flaws, like I already said, and you should become like, oh, I like this guy. I like this guy. And that's going to lead you to the very next step. So this is the final thing that I have to say about conquering shyness. If you did all those things, like, after you do all those things, I want you to go out to the marketplace and ask a female out on a date. Someone that has your SMV, sexual market value. I'm gonna do another video about that. But basically, you should know if you can pull this girl, this girl, this girl by how the world treats you. So I want you to go out and start applying yourself to just making conversation and do a date on the spot. Like, hey, you want to get a cup of coffee, and go from there. Like, you got to conquer the shyness. If you just go through your whole life saying I'm shy, you're going to go through your whole life being shy. So just do these things that I said and then walk out. Tell me, DM me, let me know when you're going to do it. I'm here for you guys. Like, we're all going to get through this together, but you got to just go and talk to someone. You don't got to go look for, Janet Jackson, Maya, J-Lo. Just find someone that looks appealing and is smiling and is open, and just go there with your confident self, like how you feel in the mirror, you dressing nice, and ask her out. Ask her out. You got to do it. So that's today's video. Please subscribe if you want more content. Give me ideas. Like, I'm all for doing what you guys want. This was a request by someone to start talking about these things. But like I said, I'm not going to give you the things that you want to hear, because this is not easy. Like, there's no way that you can become a ladies' man overnight. Like, you literally have to become a person that you like. Like, how can you look at yourself and be like, damn, I don't like me, and expect a girl to like you? It starts with you. Like, you got to work on yourself. You should not even be worried about women until you look at yourself and you're like, yeah, I look good. And then go out into the world and conquer that. All right?